Hey everyone, Ellie over here, and we're back with some more FGO. Previously, we got stuck in this weird dream journey, and by the end of it, we found well, not really the end, right? But we found out that the one who trapped us in that dream was Sitonai. So let's get started. Did I just meet someone in a dream? It happens all the time though. Senpai! There you are, Private. Foe! For foe! I'm sorry. It's all my fault for forcing a connection with her. But it's okay. Your soul and self are all connected just fine now, so there's nothing to worry about. Sitonai? Hello, Ilya. Of course. Can you hear me okay? It's been so long since I used my real voice to speak. It feels sort of weird to actually use my mouth. Am I speaking alright? Sure are. We can understand you just fine, little mademoiselle. I never would have thought there was another servant of humanity here besides me, especially one trapped in the same dungeon. Nani? That's right, there wasn't. She just appeared out of nowhere shortly after you collapsed. It didn't seem like she had just stopped using her spirit form either. Foe! Oh, that. I was just using a sprouting magecraft. Please don't worry too much about it. Usually I'm connected to the dungeon's depths, but when I saw you making a temporary contract with the servant, what was she doing there in the first place though? I thought I'd try reaching out and making my own connection, and now here I am. So you were already a prisoner when you got here, huh? Guess that makes us comrades in arms. Yep, pretty much. Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Alter Ego, Sitonai. I go by that because Sitonai is the one who's most outwardly visible on my spirit origin. That said, Sitonai's name doesn't really belong to this body. I think it helped if I said I was a pseudo-servant, right? As to this body's name, it's Ilya, daughter of the Iceburns. Usually I only let people I'm really close to call me that, but since we all share an enemy, I'll make an exception in your case. Ilya? Now I see. So you're the Queen of Ice and Snow's enemy. Iceburn. You know who that is, Mash? Yes. Iceburn is the name of a storied mage family with deep ties to the original Holy Grail War. I've seen it in Chaldea's database several times. The Iceburns are one of the so-called three great families. And in particular, they're known for producing Justice, the prodigious mage who created Fuyuki's Greater Grail. You really know a lot about this, don't you? Yes, I'm the last daughter of the Iceburn family. I don't think I'm a heroic spirit who's made a mark on humanity or anything. But I do have an inextricable bond to the Holy Grail, so now I'm a servant of the side of proper human history. Oh, but I should be clear. I'm not actually the last daughter of Iceburn. Nani? Does that have something to do with you being an alter ego? Well, if we take that at face value, it would mean that she's an entirely separate personality. True, and alter egos are listed in Caldia's database as one of the extra classes. Fo? Ah, you're so cute. You must be Fo. Nice to meet you, Fo. I'm Ilya. Come here. Fo! You're so soft and fluffy. Time for exposition in case you missed what? In case you missed the CCC event. You do? We're an extra class that doesn't show up during normal Holy Grail Wars, so I don't think there's a lot known about us. You must have all kinds of different connections. That may be my class name, but it doesn't just mean my class. In my case, I'm actually a high servant, based on multiple goddesses with deep ties to the Holy Grail coming together into one spirit origin. In fact, this body is made up of no less than 3 goddesses' divided spirits. And that is really something, you know. The Sakura 5 did it first, and they did it better. A compound divine spirit pseudo-servant. That's... I can't believe it. Multiple gods all come together? Fo! It is impressive, but it also has serious downsides. For one thing, they never shut up. Really? How can I put this? It's like these goddesses are roommates that are always fighting about something, with me and my snowy field serving as their core. They're all very seasoned goddesses, so believe me, it's hard having to play host to that skirmish. A skirmish between gods? I can't even imagine. Now, may I ask you something, Sitonai? Please, call me Ilya. Okay, Ilya. You said you materialized as a servant from proper human history. Does that mean... Yes, I'm on your side. Remember I mentioned Iceburn? There you go. There's no Iceburn family in any Lost Belt on this earth now, after all. So a daughter of Iceburn is part of proper human history's resistance against the Lost Belts. Got it? Yes, I understand too. Although, I'm afraid I messed up. I materialized here around the same time as that French emperor, but it wasn't long before Skahawk Skadi found me and locked me up in here. It's been so boring in here. I didn't even have anyone I could talk to. Fo! Ah, are you trying to cheer me up? You're such a good boy. There. Fo. A goddess in a dungeon, huh? Alright, let me ask you. Why aren't you dead? Are you just being kept alive out of love, too? I don't know. Maybe she just wasn't willing to kill a god. Or maybe she wanted to use me somehow. Say, to try and make this lost belt exist forever? I see. Well, I suppose that's possible, but I didn't see any of the sort of preparations that need to be made for that kind of massive spell it takes to sacrifice a god. Then maybe because I'm her daughter? Daughter? What do you mean by that? I'm composed of 3 northern goddesses. Sitonai of the Ainu, Lohi of the Finns, and Freya of the Norse. Now do you get it? Ah! The Norse equivalent of Ishtar. That's the one. That smug face though. Accounts differ between the Volsung saga and the Edda, but they agree that Freya was the daughter of Njordr. And then there's another legend that says that Skadi and Njordr were married. According to the Freya within me, Skadi was Njodern's second wife, which means... She's your stepmother?
What?
Aha! That explains it. That queen looked like she was single to me. But according to myth, she is married to the god of the sea and is the stepmother of the goddess of love. I never would have guessed. That wasn't really covered in the knowledge I gained when I materialized. I don't know. This last belt has a completely different history from ours. It seems they diverge in the Age of Gods. Given that Skahok of the Celts is part of the Queen, and that she's the only god in this land... That particular Skadi, Skahok Skadi, isn't Freya's mother. That's what the Freya in me is saying, yep. I'm certain Queen Skahok Skadi was never married to anyone. So she can marry the protagonist when you get her? Skadi, daughter of the giant Bjazi. Is that supposed to be a P sound? Bjazi? Bjazi? And goddess of the snowy mountains. Also goddess of skiing. Here, her fated marriage to Njodern, or even to Odin, as other legends describe, never happened. Now she's the last goddess left, the sole survivor of Ragnarok, never once having to fulfill her destiny as the bride of the gods. That's Skahok Skadi. I bet she doesn't even know she could have ended up becoming Freya's mother. But then the Cryptor came, and with her, knowledge of proper human history's Norse mythology. That's why she couldn't kill me. So, you're the daughter she might have had. Is that why she didn't hurt you? Since you're fused with Freya? That's right. To be honest, I have no idea what goes on in gods' minds either. But, even if I'm from a different world, knowing that I could have been her daughter if things had gone differently. Do you think that might have been enough to make her think I was special? At least, I don't think we can rule it out entirely. I think it's possible. Scott is all about the love. Yeah, you're right. Foul! You just jumped on me again. You're so sweet. Who's a good boy? Foul! 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 Stop! You're tickling me. Please, I'm so ticklish. Somebody, get him off me. Foul! Stop that. What's gotten into you? Why are we in such a good mood right now? Foul. Game, why? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So this is just a bond session, I guess. Phew. I never laughed so hard before. I almost laughed until I cried. In fact, I think that was the first time I've laughed since I materialized. Foe. Settle down, Foe. I'm sorry, Foe. Wait until we're done talking, okay? Foe! Oh, right. I'm sure Foe doesn't mind the cold since he has that nice fluffy fur. But what about you? This whole castle is made out of ice and snow, so you'll die from the cold if something goes wrong with your protection spells and the like. Be careful, okay? If it helps, I can cast a warmth spell on you. Why not? Okay, here you go. That should have you nice and toasty in no time. Now you'll be able to sleep soundly, even in a bed with ice blankets and snow pillows. That just sounds painful. She cast that spell without even chanting. I know it can have been a major spell, but still.
Guess that's what you get when you combine 3 goddesses into one servant.
So, I think that's enough about me, right? What should we talk about next? Faux. 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 Faux said.
Good question. Now that we have a divine spirit here with us, this seems like a great time to try and find out everything we can.
Is there something you'd like to know? I'm in a good mood right now, so I'll answer your questions. I know all sorts of things, you know. I use Lohi's magic to kill time, go on dream walks. I know a lot about the castle itself, too, including the people who live in it. Big Brother is watching again.
Oh, you don't say.
What do you know about Sigurd? Sigurd, the Dragon Slayer, wielder of the demonic sword and great hero of Norse legend. I'm not sure if his exploits took place during the Age of Gods or the AD era, and Freya won't tell me. But I can at least say this much about the red-eyed heroic spirit who serves the cryptor. He is not a lost-built servant. Or, at least, his spirit origin comes from proper human history. Freya is shouting that much.
What?
He's not a lost-built servant? But that doesn't make sense. I'm not absolutely certain, but when you observed his magical energy in the Shadow Border, it was very different from a servant of proper human history.
Yeah, cause what I think is going on is that the real Sigurd was summoned into the Lost Belt and then someone nurtured him, basically possessed him.
And when we fought him earlier, his magical energy clearly belonged to a Lost Belt servant. Fool!
Well, if the 3 divine spirits that make up Sitonai are all certain about it, I can't imagine they don't have a reason. Far as I'm concerned, this explains a lot. No wonder Siggy didn't seem just like any servant. Siggy. Just look at how ridiculously strong he is. I know we'll need to do something about him eventually, but...
Not eventually. First.
Oh?
Sigurd's the one keeping the paper moon. You do want to get that compass back, right? Same for the Tree of Emptiness, yes? I'd bet the cryptor with the eye patch knows where it is. And Sigurd always goes wherever the cryptor goes, even her private quarters. So, to get the paper moon back, or information about the tree, we have no choice but to defeat Sigurd.
If you're right, then we have a serious problem. Recovering the paper moon and locating the Tree of Emptiness just got a hell of a lot harder. He's definitely stronger than I am, at least right now. We're not completely out of options, but...
Four? Options? You mean, like that buff you gave us earlier?
Nah, I'm talking about something bigger. A real trump card. Only thing is, it's kind of a handful.
Well, you do have to defeat Sigurd before anything else. Am I wrong?
Not at all, no.
Foul! You're such a great man, Emperor of France. I think you deserve a hint. Sigurd may be very powerful, but he's not invincible. There is a way to fight him. It should also help you resist Skahok Skadi's primordial runes, at least to some extent. Is that? Yes, the final option that might just be able to get you out of this predicament. Of course, it's so potent that both the cryptor and Sigurd put a really strong seal on it.
What?
So, I want you to do your best to get it, and then fight him with everything you've got. Once you defeat Sigurd and recover the paper moon, you can make that cryptor tell you where the tree is. Or you could just kill her and then find the tree yourselves.
Yep, that is Ilya, alright. Super cute, but also super psycho. Maybe we can reason with her. I see. Well, of course, you're free to handle that however you'd like. But I do think you should try to cut down the tree of emptiness as soon as you can. That's a good point. As long as there's even one tree of emptiness left, I don't think we'll be able to restore the world. But even so, I think in this particular case, reaching the Wandering Sea might be more important. When we first got here, that was our original plan. The main reason we wanted to cut down the Tree of Emptiness was to lure Sigurd out. No, you can't put off the Tree of Emptiness. It's too dangerous. The longer you wait, the more it will grow. What will you do if it ends up completely taking root? Oh boy, English. Calm down. No, you have to cut it down as soon as possible. Makes sense. The bigger it gets and the further down its roots go, the harder it will be to chop it down. But doing that also means getting rid of Gerda and everyone else. Well, if you're not sure what call to make, why don't you talk to the rest of your team? Assuming you can get back in touch with them, of course. Yeah, we should talk to everyone on the border. Yes, senpai. Just don't say I didn't warn you. So what's this trick for fighting Sigurd you were talking about? Some kind of artifact or something? Don't tell me it's a holy grail. Unfortunately, no. If it were a holy grail, I would have already gotten my hands on it. It's a goddess. Wait. Oh, okay. Is it Bryn? Brynhilder? Is it her? That makes sense. I mean, since her noble phantasm is all about killing those who remind her of Sigurd and Sigurd himself. Oh! Yeah, she did show up in the commercial. There's another divinity here in this Lost Belt, in addition to Skalhog Skadi and myself. She's from proper human history, just like the gods within me, a part of humanity's final attempt at resistance made manifest. That means she'll definitely be on your side. Fofo! Oh, right. I should have referred to her as another pillar. She might not be well defined enough to call her otherwise. At any rate, yeah! There, I just sent her location data to your terminal. I've never used Atlas Institute-style magecraft before. Phew, I'm kinda tired now, though. It's been so long since I've talked to anyone, I think I might have overdone it. So, I think this is a good time to wrap this up. No, we still have another node left. Ah! The door to our cell just opened. You know, I think I did hear them saying something about how this prison is secured with a lock made of divine iron. Guess that means a divine spirit can open it up without even chanting a spell. Foul! Foul! Cow! I wish I could come along, but I'm afraid I need to stay here and go back to sleep. Why? The Queen may not see you as a threat now, but that would change if I left this prison with you. I guess since she's a goddess, so that means we have more firepower. Aww. So, since I can come along, I threw in unlocking and hiding spells for free. Take care. I hope to see you again sometime. Fighting a Zerker? Maybe it's another Muspo, I guess.
Four.
Whoa there, Pupper. Quiet now. Oh, we're invisible, I guess. Looks like the Divine Spirits have pretty impressive magecraft. Her spells made us completely invisible, even silenced our footsteps, and hid all signs of our magical energy.
Yes, now that we're so well concealed, we might just be able to make it out outside the castle, even with the Queen's incredible ability to see what happens in her territory.
We're almost under the big bridge. Once we get there, we'll make our way back to the ground and get as far away from the castle as we can. So you stay quiet until the end, then. Got it? Come on, you two. But then we're gonna fight something and won't be quiet anymore, I guess. Good. We made it back to the ground. Just a little farther until we're outside the castle's perimeter. The concealing spell just about worn off, but that's okay. Activate those booster things and get us out. Mashu, grab the jet skis.
Understood, Senpai. Expanding the Ortinax Olaris board attachments now. Foe? Foe! He sensed something? Foe? What's gotten into you? Is there something in those shadows over...
Oh. Oh yeah, she's here. I forgot about you.
This is why I can't stand stupid little beasts. I was just about to pounce on you from behind and wipe you all at once, but then it went and ruined that.
Why are you here?
Of course I am. Teehee. Whether at the ends of the earth, the ends of space itself, or even a snowy country still stuck in the dark ages with no entertainment at all. Even if I have to play nice with Queen Lonely Hearts, who's deluded herself into believing everyone loves her. As long as there's a chance to make a profit, NFF services will be there. I really thought I could have counted on someone else to take out the trash. But you know what they say, if you want something done right. Are you here to torment innocent people again, like you did in Russia? Well, look at you, little girl. Looks like you can put up a halfway decent fight now. Well, that's just terrible. Are you sure you aren't the cold and heartless ones around here? Still, I couldn't care less about the people here one way or the other, so I'll just let that comment slide. Now then, getting down to business. If you're about to leave, it's time for you to pay up what you owe. This ice castle may be deserted and downright awful to live in, but in this world, it's on par with a 5-star hotel. Accommodations that luxurious don't come cheap, you know. Let's see. A short stay for 3 pathetic humans and 1 ratty little furball. That comes to 5 quadrillion QP. But not to worry, if you can't afford to pay in QP or quartz. Really? Really, game? Then I'll happily sell for watching your death agonies instead. I did tell you back in Russia that I'd see you again, didn't I? I am as capable as I am beautiful, and unlike you humans, I never break my promises. Fofo!
Whoa now, who is this lady and how the hell do you know her? She's beautiful, sure, but she's also got the darkest aura I've ever seen. Josephine had her bad days, sure, but anything close to this.
You're awfully sharp for a servant I've never met before. It'll be a pleasure to kill you. Heart. Okay, everybody, That's enough chin-ups down there under the bridge. Come on out and announce yourselves with a nice loud roar now. Master, a large number of giants is emerging from under the bridge. Oh boy, I brought the wrong team for this. I thought it would be just like one or two, but if it's a group, I should have brought AoE stuff. Who is this woman? Some kind of beast tamer? Does she come from the Bolshoi circus or something? Bolshoi? I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's Koyanskaya of NFF Services. She's working with the Cryptors and was partially responsible for destroying Caldia. Pawning off your dirty work on subordinates again, huh? Of course. Wrangling subordinates is what I do. Besides, you three just aren't enough to motivate me personally. I don't deal with the bottom of the barrel myself. If you want anything to do with me, you have to show you're worth my time. Alright, Yodnar? Time to get to work. Special honors go to those who do an exceptional job, so make sure to kill them all. There are even more giants coming out from under the bridge now. Master, this is...
There's no reason for us to fight on her terms, Mash. Let's just get out of here. I can see you've got some history with her, but save it for later. Let's do this, Ritsunon. Mash, hurry up with those boys while you work on opening a path.
Right. Understood.
Oh boy.
I mean, I don't think my team is bad, but it will take some time
Compared to actual AoE damage.
Having 35? What? I guess that it's going to be like we fight until a certain point. If it's not, then it will take some time. In that case, I have to try and keep Napoleon alive. Ugh. Like this. Nice. Oh. Do I save Hans or do I save Robin? Napoleon is also... but I think he's more likely to die off. Guess I'll go for Hans. DPS Hans. Oh no. Please do not attack Hans, not Hans. Nice. George to the rescue. Oh, an alarm. We'll be fine for a while with George. Nice. And he got all the buffs. George the tank. Oh, but he might die to this one attack. He does have guts, so maybe... Bold. I wonder, was it for certain turns or was it just until one of them used their NP? Either way it ended well. Better than expected. There! We've secured an exit route! Now's our chance, Master! Full speed retreat! Fall off! Ha! In your face! So, they got away. Well, I guess if nothing else, they passed that test of ability. They're certainly experts at running away. First, they knock the giants aside, then they make a getaway on Magecraft skis. I can't say I was expecting that. Admittedly, they're still well within sniping range. But the smart money says to leave them alone for now. Especially since I've already got everything I came to this Lost Belt for. Might as well let these humans fight it out amongst themselves, and I can just sit on the sidelines with a bag of popcorn. Chaldeans, scripters. Humans are humans, and being around them makes me sick. I have no interest in either side, except when it comes to you, Ophelia. Sort of. It's such fun, watching you come to grips with your wish for destruction. You don't even realize you're harming others. What? You think you're just a poor scapegoat? even as you blindly blunder about, ruining everything. Much as I don't care about them, I can't deny it's fun watching humans like that. This Lost Belt's beauty is all built on thin ice, and your naivety is going to show just how fragile it is.
What's she talking about?
Like the spring sunshine? Well, I'm going to cut this video for now, and I'm going to continue right after, just so it doesn't get too long.